began as a no rabbit holes in sight Saturday afternoon in Reiker. A final item for a skiing trip I'd never get to take. An unfamiliar cut through the quiet side of town to slip the bustle. Then came the scream. Carried on wings of adrenal edge, lurid as a pulp anthology, and utterly genuine. I took the corner, walked right into the tail end of violent mugging. Scald of panic, something chill uncoiling in my gut. A detached, ironically inclined part of my brain bugging me about how this would make one hell of a tourism poster. Come to Reiker, bring a bodyguard, and a machine gun. I wanted to walk, keep moving, pretend I hadn't seen. I couldn't. I still don't know why. Maybe sympathy, maybe contempt for the hood's world of cheap violence. Maybe it was about ideas and the things we humans owe one another. Either way, it amounted to the same. Another idealist lining up to have his ticket punched. Blood thundering, hand balling to a fist, not empty but gripping something pliant, textured, something unconsciously removed from its wrapping. Something bought for a skiing trip I'd never get to take. The more introspective of my friends, the ones who shared the days of carnage and pain, had been known to remark on the synchronicity of the moment, the mask, the man, and the things that came after. Significant wasn't how it felt at the time. Wool-catching stubble, stifling breath that was already hard to come by, as someone else's hand tugged the mask down over my face. I'm not going to lie, tell you how calm and ready I was, because I'd also have to warn against believing the words of masked strangers.
Shit! Shit! Can't feel anything. Tell me it ain't bad, Doc.
I already told you. Gut shot. About a dozen pieces of buck lodged in your abdomen.
Oh shit. That's bad, right? Right?
It ain't a week in the sun with margaritas.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Gotta give me something for the pain, man.
You can't feel anything, remember? That's because you are dosed to the damn eyeballs on nitrous. Quit fighting it and let me work. Ain't got all day.
You're drunk. Oh man, you're drunk! I'm gonna die!
Sober or steady hands. Pick one.
Okay, but what if the juice wears off the minute I pass out? I'll feel every cut of the scalpel! You gotta give me something stronger, man!
Oh sure, anything for a pal. Let me just hook you up with a redneck anesthetic. The deluxe of the deluxe. Don't you worry, it's on the house.
Thanks, Doc. You're the best. Wait. That looks like a mallet to me.
Uh-huh.
Got it.
28th of September 2016. Agent John Street. Report ID ZX9422. We busted up the biggest cigarette smuggling ring in existence. The payoff? A name. Cuda. An organization Grunt revealed under duress that it's an abbreviation of Barracuda. Alias aside, all we know is he's male, Caucasian, north of 55, and has the sort of smile people disappear around. Following the disintegration of the ring, Cuda went underground for nearly a decade, before turning up at the head of a medium-scale opium production operation near the northern border of Myanmar. He disappeared again, status unknown, after what appears to have been a industrial dispute with a competitor. Cuda surfaced again 3 months ago, this time at the helm of a black market operation smuggling low-quality firearms to conflict hotspots around the globe. Damn things were almost as dangerous to the Tin Pot militiamen wielding them as the unfortunates they were pointed at. Intel suggests he's operating out of Reiker. Been on this guy's tail for almost 20 years. We're close. I can feel it. And that's what Agent Street would have to say about me. Were he still around to say it.
Got it.
Da, doing it. For country, for justice, for a better tomorrow. Чушь собачья. All they had to do was put a gun in my hand, assure me I was fighting for big things, and point to those they wanted dead. My men and I would take care of the rest. Naive. So naive. And while I was out fighting for big things, so was Andre in his own different way. Perhaps the protest march turned ugly, as the news reporters say. But perhaps it did not. Either way, I know that my brother did not lower himself to violence. Had I been there, the blow from the riot policeman's baton would not have landed. I would not be here, standing over his motionless form, in a small windowless room with a bulky rasping machine pushing air into his lungs. Today they will switch his life off. A life younger, less hard, yet so much brighter than mine. After the funeral, I found this policeman. He pleaded to striking out blindly in fear. He pleaded non-lethal intent. And then he pleaded for his life. I now understand something more of violence, how it takes and gives nothing back. But I heard not his pleas, and so I gave away another part of myself.
Da, do it.
Got it. Negative. I was relatively sober for 10 in the morning on a cold, gray Reiker City Tuesday with nothing better to do than nurse a lukewarm 50-cent coffee and watch slants of hard rain rinse gullies into the grime of my 8-story office window. With the absence of a case in north of a month, stricken by an apocalyptic hangover, the prospects for the day were roughly on a par with the rest of my life. On the upside, I was indoors, had a tipple in my gut, and if the rain kept up, I wouldn't have to pay Ramey to clean the windows this month. Name's Case. Ray Case. Licensed private investigator for the greater Reiker metropolitan area. If you're in the market for a Seamus, look no further. Need a guy to shake a few trees, see if a monkey falls out? I'm in. Need someone to put the squeeze on a blackmailer for $25 a day plus reasonable expenses? I'm your guy. Remember, the first sap I take to the back of the head is on the house. Footsteps in the hallway. The snap of tall heels at the conclusion of long legs biting into cheap linoleum. I pushed the desk drawer, exposing the near-defeated bottle and hot-loaded .38. There was no question in my mind as to which of the low-end businesses in the converted tenement she was headed for. If there's one thing I know, it's the sound of a case. Soon as she stepped through the door, I knew she was trouble. The sort of trouble that has you begging for more as it drags you through the night city's underbelly, through every mean racket on every neon-drenched back alley on a smack-bang collision course with every tough guy the city can fling your way. My kind of trouble.